Today we're going to be diving into Cardinals versus Seahawks. In the next 3 games, the Cardinals will be playing 2 division games, and guess what? Both of those are to the Seattle Seahawks. Right now, a quick glance at the NFC West. There is the Cardinals at 6-4 and everybody else at 5-5. There's a chance for somebody to take over the division, and why not the Cardinals? Let's preview Cardinals versus Seahawks. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we cover the Arizona Cardinals breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. So subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. All right, everybody, let's go and get started here. Let's go ahead and preview Cardinals versus Seahawks, the Week 12 division matchup for the Cardinals. And we do got 3 games within this 3-game stretch. The Cardinals do have 2 division games, and both of those are to the Seattle Seahawks. So right now, with how close the division is, these next 3 games for, I guess, everyone in the division, right, is going to be very, very crucial to try to get some sort of ground within this NFC West race. And it seems like everybody's pretty much right there, right, clumped together. Now, of course, the Cardinals right now sitting at 6-4, while everybody else is sitting at 5-5. We do got a little bit of a leg up, but we need to continue that momentum and continue to play like this is the last week of the NFL season. So I have the faith. Let's see what happens with our Arizona Cardinals. But let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks first. Let's take a look at their defense. Their defense isn't ranked very good at all. I believe in terms of total defense, they're actually ranked number 25 in the NFL. In the passing defense, they're ranked number 20. And then in the rushing defense, they're actually ranked number 26. They actually go ahead and average about 139.4 yards given to the opposing team on the ground. And of course, that's the Arizona Cardinals forte, right? With James Conner, Trey Benson, Amari Demercado. If we can somehow manage this game and keeping it on the ground with big, gashing runs by James Conner and the other two, I feel like this can be a good recipe for success for the Cardinals to maintain this game, keep it in their own hands, and of course, keeping Geno Smith on the sideline. And when he's out there, maybe provide a turnover or 2. And hopefully that's going to be the game plan, heading into Seattle, because we are going to Seattle now. Usually we do have really good luck in playing up in Seattle. We usually win, and then when they come here, they usually beat us. It's really weird how that works out, but anytime we suit up against the Seattle Seahawks, it's going to be a dogfight, right? It's a division matchup, so you never know exactly what's going to happen. Now, one, I guess, position group that you need to look out for is probably their offense. Right now, their offense is ranked pretty darn high. In total offense, they're ranked number 9 in the NFL. In passing offense, they're ranked number 1 in passing offense. And then in their rushing offense, they're actually ranked number 27. And it's actually kind of weird because they got a really good running back over there in Kenneth Walker III. So super weird that they're ranked that low. But their passing offense is really what's keeping them in games, right? And you got to give credit to where credit is due. Geno Smith is having himself a really, really good year in terms of being able to tote that rock down the field with his weapons and DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, as well as Tyler Lockett. Right now, he's got 2,781 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Yeah, you heard that correct. 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. He's got a QBR rating of 55.3. Now, to compare over to Kyler Murray's got 2,058 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a QBR rating of 74.9. So, Geno Smith is not scared to throw that ball deep, is not shy away from any defense. That might work out to our advantage as far as the Arizona Cardinals defense. We really got a sneaky defense. I'm not going to say top 10. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. But I think we're a pretty solid defense, if I might say so myself. And honestly, I think we might be living in a world that we could potentially get a turnover or 2 here if Geno Smith is, thinking a little too brave because of the idea that he's got 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. He's going to fling that rock right now. They probably should start their offense with Kenneth Walker, which is having a pretty respectable season for himself. Right now, he's got 113 carries, 452 yards, and then 7 touchdowns. He averages about 4 yards a carry, which is not bad. That's actually pretty darn good. It's definitely obvious that Geno Smith is basically the guy that they're trying to win with, right? Flinging the rock all across the field, and it's coming to fruition because he's got over 600 more yards throwing than Kyler Murray does have so far. So it's going to be very fascinating to see how this Arizona Cardinals defense is going to be able to shake out, you know, against a Geno Smith-led offense. And like I said before, they do got weapons, right? Now, DK Metcalf is obviously the name to look out for. 42 receptions, 638 yards, 3 touchdowns, and averages about 15.2 yards a catch. Player I think we should really look out for is going to be Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's really kind of broke out within these last few weeks. Right now, he's sitting with 60 receptions, 678 yards, 3 touchdowns, and averages about 11.3 yards a catch. Now, Jackson Smith-Njigba, this guy right here is probably seen to be the new Tyler Lockett, because they did have a really good duo with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, but Lockett's kind of getting up there in age. Now they're starting to shift over to the younger man here in JSN. So curious to figure out here. They got a really good wide receiving core, and they got a really good weapon in the backfield here with Kenneth Walker as well. But I feel like the plan for the Cardinals is laid out in front of us, and you don't have to look very far other than the defensive rankings, right? Now, let's say, for example, the defense of the Seattle Seahawks does everything to try to stop James Conner, because we've seen that before, right? We've seen defenses stack the box up on Kyler Murray and say, you know, you need to beat us with your arm. Guess what? We can do that as well. We've seen a consistent matter here with Kyler Murray within these last 5 or 6 weeks in terms of keeping this offense on the field. If it's not Kyler Murray beating you with his arm, it's going to be, you know, James Conner with his legs, right? Or Trey Benson or Amari DeMarcado. So that's going to have to be the way that we approach this game. I really do feel like it should be run heavy because of how bad they are ranked. Now, you got to give kudos to where kudos is due. The Seattle Seahawks absolutely upset the San Francisco 49ers this last week. So they might be coming off a very, very, you know, big, you know, momentum swinging kind of game for themselves. You know, a lot of people felt like the Seattle Seahawks were going to be dead in the water, including myself, but man, they just needed a little bit of Geno magic to get that done, and they absolutely upset the San Francisco 49ers. So can we be seeing the rise of the Seahawks, or can the Cardinals really shut down any momentum that they might have? Now, even if the Seahawks lose, it doesn't mean they're done with the race. Like I said before, this race right now is so freaking crucial and it's so freaking tight that any win is very, very big, but that doesn't mean that you're falling off and it's over for you at the end of the season. No, not at all. You got to continue to fight week in and week out because this division race is that darn close. So the Cardinals right now have it all laid out in front of us, right? We have our destiny in front of us. A lot of people feel like the Cardinals can beat the Seattle Seahawks. Now, sweeping is a different story. I don't want to get to the idea of sweeping first. I want to make sure that the Cardinals take care of business here first. We know that division matchups within the NFC West are tough, right? We've seen a Josh Rosen-led Cardinals that ended up beating the San Francisco 49ers at one point, right? So, like, you never know what's going to happen in these games. We got to make sure that we execute in these explosive plays. We got to make sure that we don't abandon the James Conner runs. We got to make sure that even Kyler Murray gets involved with his legs as well. We need to make sure that that defense on the opposing team respects everything that we can do, because when that happens, the Cardinals can be absolutely dangerous. Kyler can beat you with his legs. Kyler can beat you with his arm. James Conner can beat you with his legs. Our defense can force a turnover or two. And as long as we're able to take advantage of those turnovers that I feel like are going to come around in this game and put up points on the board, I think the Cardinals can be in a very, very good position here. Now, I think the Seahawks look at the Cardinals like we look at them. So I don't think this is going to be one of those things where the Cardinals are going to be favorited in this game. And even if one of these guys are going to be favored, it's probably going to be very, very minimal, maybe like a 3.7-point game. But this is going to be where you need to start stacking up wins for our Arizona Cardinals and try to break away from this division race, because it can continue to get tight if the Cardinals lose this game. We need to win it. It's absolutely crucial. We got the Vikings the following week, and then we got the Seahawks after that as well. So you need to make sure that we continue to stack wins moving forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this game? Do you think the Cardinals can have a clear path to win this game and take the Seattle Seahawks out of the race just for a week? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cardinals.